Hi everyone, it's the 17th of September. Now we have some pullback starting. Of course, today is FOMC day. Jay Powell is going to blurt something. Every sort of volatility is going to be on the books, so we'll see. But the thing is, yesterday's pullback started right at this resistance right there. You can see here. This is what ES couldn't break out, and I think it was kind of a wedge, this blue wedge. It is broken down now. So the obvious target would be the backtest of this green and purple double resistance, which would be around 65.50, 65.60. That level would be another buying opportunity if it gets there. The golden resistance together with the green on the SPX, it is the wedge, that the blue wedge that I just showed in the previous chart. SPX and ES exactly the same. So maybe this is going to be the start of some pullback. Of course, what Jay Powell is going to talk about is going to be slightly important. I don't think it's going to be very important. I don't think he's going to say anything that is striking or absurd or something like that. But the market or the algorithms are going to pay too much attention to every single word, every single breath he takes. And that's why the volatility is going to pick up. The market is stupid. Don't think the market is clever. It is stupid. It has become more stupid as the algorithms are taking charge, and they lose their minds with every word. So just keep calm and try to stay composed and don't pay too much attention into what he's saying. The rates are going to be dropped. Everybody's expecting 25 base points drop. So we'll see. Dow Jones couldn't break that purple resistance and the golden resistance. And we have the red bull flag. We have the golden bottom band that is still there. Obviously the blue support's break was not ideal, and it is holding as resistance again. So that support, that resistance became a support, then broken down, became a resistance again. And obviously the red bull flag is forming. Two touches on both sides, and we have the golden bottom band that is still holding. And that's why, I would be super surprised, as I said, if that golden support breaks, because this was a lovely breakout. The blue resistance, the purple one, yes, it's holding, but my expectation would be under normal circumstances, without Jay Powell, without FOMC today, I would be expecting the break of that red top band. But as I said, there will be volatility, and it's impossible to know what's going to happen today. It's virtually impossible to say anything. So the red bottom band on the Dow Jones Cash, you can see that blue resistance is holding. Previous resistance became a support, then became a resistance once again. The whole spike up has already been erased, most of it. The red bottom band held. The golden bottom band is further down, and we have the green bull flag. Yeah, that I hope is going to take us to a new high. So the green one is this, right? So I'm going to put it on the 1 hourly, right? It is this channel, that green bull flag, that needs to be broken to the upside. And obviously, if it breaks to the downside, that's not what we want to see. NASDAQ had reversed at the purple resistance. You can see 1, 2, 3. This is the breakout touch, but no follow through so far. I thought this is going to run. This was the breakout, but it came back down. And we'll see. The breakout, usually I like breakouts after a pullback. Okay, what I mean by that is it gets to very close to that breakout level. It doesn't touch it, pulls back, takes a deep breath, and then smashes it. But until it got there with a very overbought position anyway, with a very overbought situation anyway. So that's why it kind of fell short of breaking out and following through. So where do we go from here? I'm going to do something on the go. Maybe we have this green uptrend that is forming. There's like no panic. No panic is necessary at the moment. We are safely above the red, the golden, and we are pushing against this golden purple resistance. We touched all-time highs yesterday, so I don't see any reason for panicking. Okay, I know there are a lot of people that are getting really edgy, but I don't see any reason whatsoever. And obviously, if it comes down to the red plus green double support, then it would become another buying opportunity. Nasdaq cleared this green support, right? The cash one. And the golden one is the green one that I just showed. I'm going to remove that and I'm going to put this green, exactly the same green uptrend. So the back test on the red, maybe the green, and then rally. But that red support has to hold for more upside. Yeah, obviously, it is going to be very important if and when it gets there. Russell is the champion. Russell touched a new all-time high. Excuse me, new high. That red top band, so the golden bull flag is certainly broken. Okay, I'm going to remove that golden one. So what we need is the break of this red top band, of course. So, and the major resistance, which is only 30 points away from the current action, only 30 points. The purple top band is at 24.50. We are at 24.21, right? 24.50, 24.60. That's the major resistance zone. And if we break that, then yes, it's going to be a feast. FTSE is testing that red bottom band and it is holding right now. So I'm going to put it on the 4 hourly to be more precise. That's exactly where it's bouncing. And this is another long entry, right? This here is perfection on the red bottom band. And you can see it is already bouncing. Is it going to break out of this downtrend? I believe so. So I'm going to put it on this here. I believe so, that this blue steep downtrend will be broken. It's a corrective at the moment, and the red bottom band is holding. So FTSE is a buy, especially if it can break the blue top band. This here is DAX that has been bashed and bruised so much just recently. And remember, I've been calling for the green bottom band. I thought it's going to get tested. It was trying to break, but then finally, after all, it is going to get tested. And the level for that is 23,250 to 60, 23,260. Is it going to get tested? And if it gets tested, is it going to hold? That's the question. I was also putting this one there as a potential support, but it didn't hold. So that's why I removed it. That was the golden line that I've been showing for a while. Now, we'll see if the green bottom band holds. And we have gap here, we have a gap here. Those are gaps from, well, April, May, and we have another gap there. But DAX is not really famous with filling those gaps because its trading period is not very long compared to the US indices. The green bull flag is broken by TLT, and it is now still pushing against this black top band. And the 30-year Treasury bond, look at that. The purple top band is now broken. The green resistance, that major resistance is broken. That's why, as I've been saying, Federal Reserve follows the bond markets, not the other way around. Yeah? Bonds markets, yeah, precede Federal Reserve actions. And that's why Federal Reserve is going to follow the bond markets and they're going to drop the rates. So the CL, this is US oil, which made a new high. Very hard to say anything about it at the moment because the fact that it just made a new high, it's still under this green and golden double resistance. So to me, this still looks bearish. As simple as that. It's still looking bearish, and I'm going to put something out there which is going to be a little bit unorthodox. But if you look at it this way, okay, don't disregard this part. But this here, the two touches here, it would be a resistance right about here and then come down. That could become another bear flag. So it would be around 65.50 if and when it gets there. Okay. And I'm also going to put this here, maybe this blue, it could also, I would rather have it something like this. Right. The blue bottom band and then rally to 65.50. Yeah. That will be the next target. Brent oil, clear the black resistance. That is bullish. And of course, the golden top band is the one to watch, which is holding at the moment. I'm going to put it like this. It is holding at the moment. 3 touches on the top, 2 touches here, a little bit protruding, a little bit overshoot here. But the fact that the black resistance is broken is slightly bullish. Okay. And obviously the red top band together with the golden, if the golden and red, they both break, then there may be a really big spike to the upside, and that blue top band may get tested eventually, and then of course the red one. Everything is pointing to more chop, in my view. Not upside, not downside. It just chops around. This here is gold. I was thinking it is going to break this blue top band. It looked like it was breaking, but it fell short. So precious metals are going to be very critical now. Silver is selling, gold is selling, platinum is selling. And we have to be very careful here. So I'm going to explain. The blue internal resistance was, almost broken, but it fell short, you see. Okay. And the obvious, so if we are going to have an uptrend from the lows of July, which is, one of the interim lows of this entire market. In July, we put in a low, right? It would be this red one, okay? That potential channel to the upside. Why can't I capture that one? Okay, very odd. Yeah, okay. So the red bottom band obviously would be a potential support, but it is very far from the current action. Okay, and we have the green bull flag that was broken out and almost like resembling a bull flag, right? More or less. So maybe we get to backtest on that, but there is also, I'm going to put that there. It could be also this blue internal support if it comes down to the green plus blue and then keep on rallying. So I'm going to basically throw some interim support levels that we can play out. Okay, we can identify. And the red one, the red bottom band is one, but it is very far from the current action. If this wants to become an uptrend from the lows of July, end of July. Either way, I still believe eventually we're going to break that blue internal resistance and we're going to get to 4,000. Gold continuous futures had this purple uptrend and it is now breaking down, which is very dangerous now. The fact that the purple one is breaking down is not a good sign. Clearly it's not, because it was looking lovely and it was really, I thought maybe it's going to push beyond that blue resistance, get all the way to 3,900 inside this very steep uptrend, but that's not what's happening at the moment. So it is a warning sign. The fact that the purple support is broken is a warning sign. Okay, so the sideways channel that I would be looking into is almost like the blue one, but it would be this golden. Let's put this in golden color, right? If that golden bottom band gets tested, we may still see another push, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see, to be honest. So silver is deeply disappointing, and the reason is quite clear. Okay, so the red top band is the obvious potential target and the major resistance at $45. And that is the long term. The blue uptrend is still on. The golden broken resistance is still on. So I don't expect a drop below $40.50 or something, or let's say the ultimate one is $40, I don't see yeah, I would be surprised if that happens, obviously. So because everything has been broken out, and silver has been trying that golden resistance for a long time and finally broke it. And I don't expect it to be broken down after trying for a very long time. But what happened yesterday on the hourly is that this black resistance was broken, but then it fell short. And on the 2 hourly, I'm going to show you now, right? This 2 hourly, that red support was broken, and then it fell off, like became a kind of a waterfall. So the red one support was broken, the black resistance was broken, but it couldn't follow through. That is not good. And of course, this green support is holding at the moment. This is stupid price data that I have from Saxo Bank. That green support is holding, so that is still okay, but there are no gaps here. So forget about those gaps. Either way, the green support is holding. Okay, then that is a good sign, but we need to keep, well, basically, we have to hope that this golden support is not going to be tested, or even if it gets tested, we should hope that it's not going to be broken. Okay, and one thing that comes to mind is this one here, right? If this purple channel, right, potential channel, it's actually the top band that almost got tested at the high of yesterday, right? So the purple bottom band would be the next support together with the golden, and that level is $41. So we'll see whether maybe it will get tested today during the volatility of FOMC, if it breaks the green support, of course. So we'll find out soon enough. Silver continuous futures. You can see the red top band was broken, and this is the disappointment for me, that it couldn't follow through with the break of that red top band. And in fact, it basically broke back into the blue broken channel. That sideways channel has been broken back into. That is not nice. And the thing is, the purple internal support is holding at the moment. The purple bottom band is a potential support. I hope it's not going to be tested, because that would be below that golden broken resistance. So we don't want that golden broken resistance to be broken back down. We want that to hold as support. You can see this is the breakout. We never came back to revisit. Maybe this time it's going to come down to revisit at around $41 on the futures data, right? Platinum, also disappointing, because the resistance, that one was not broken, and the green support is broken. That's short-term support. This one is broken. Everything is selling at the moment. Metals wise, it is disappointing. That support zone, that golden one, maybe not broken yet entirely. But yeah, we need to see a really good push to keep on going. I'm going to put this as an uptrend, a kind of a potential uptrend, even though this is lower than this. So it's against the rules, but I'm going to keep an eye on that one, because it's just like marginally lower than that. We'll see. But yeah, platinum also disappointing. And more importantly, this red one is also broken. This is on the continuous futures. The red bottom band didn't hold, and we can remove it. And obviously, the green one may be forming. I thought the green top band will test it and then come down maybe, and then form the bull flag. At the moment, we have nothing compared, like for a bull flag or for an uptrend from the lows of August. We don't have nothing at the moment. So we'll see. It's testing this golden support once again, obviously. So natural gas is now trying to move again. And you can see the blue. I'm going to remove the blue. And this is not happening. I mean, the fact that it is trying to make a new high means it wants to get to the red top, at least to this gap fill at 3,500. And on the October contract, you can see here, it's going to be a long video now. The green broken bear flag has been broken back into. That's why it is looking slightly more bullish now, because I think it's going to get to that green top band, and we will see whether we can short it there. I would love to short it there if it gets inside. So let's say kind of a double resistance zone. It would be a little bit silly, but yeah, I mean, let's see. Yeah, I don't think it can get there inside like kind of a double resistance, because the red top band is going to be way before that green top band. Either way, we will have to watch out very carefully what it's trying to do when and if it gets to that green top band. You can see we have a gap here on this October contract. Is it going to get filled, which is above that green top band? But either way, the fact that it is trying to make a new high after putting in a major low here is looking slightly more bullish now. This here is the biggest disappointment for me. The purple uptrend, this channel is broken down. And this is where we are talking about copper. The green top band is holding, and this is a bear flag now. It's a potential bear flag, yes. The blue bull flag was broken, right? And the red one was broken. These are all done. The job of those channels have been completed. And the purple one is completed too, because the purple bottom band is broken. Now, the fact that the black support is also breaking down is a terrible sign. It's not good. And I must admit, yes, it is not good. The fact that that we bought it here at 447, and I added a little bit more afterwards. But I think the purple channels break, and maybe it wants to get to the green bottom band, and then we have a bounce. But yeah, it looks like very bearish today, and we may get to that green bottom band before it runs again. Palladium is backtesting that green broken channel. This is exactly what I would buy. I mean, the fact that the green bull flag is broken. So this, Palladium may be giving us a signal to buy the metals right here. This could be it. And it's also actually a double support. You can see that red plus green double support. I think Palladium is ready to go, right? This is ready to go. And I'm going to put it on the 2-hourly to be a bit more precise. Obviously, the red bottom band is kind of broken now. If we look at it on the 2-hourly, that red bottom band is a little bit damaged, but I can also argue that this is the red bottom band, and we may get, I mean, depends on how you plot it. This is an overshoot, or this is an overshoot. I don't know. Honestly, it's very hard to say that about the red channel, but the green one is getting back tested, which is very, very positive. And the fact that this entire move has been almost erased, but this green channel is still on. Okay, potential channel. We have this green support that held. Blue downtrend was broken. And I believe that the green channel, this broken channel, is going to hold, and we're going to break out of this red and run. Euro had broken out, and it didn't even stop there at the previous highs. This golden resistance, the green wedge to the upside, everything is looking very bullish. Pound sterling is the same. It still looks like it wants to get to the blue top band at least. So US dollar is very, very weak, and I guess that's what Trump wanted anyway. That golden support zone and on UJ, this is about to break. So many touches on this, and if this breaks, I think that golden line is not going to turn into support, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I would be interested in seeing whether it comes all the way to the red bottom band, right? It may come all the way to the red bottom band and then start a really big bounce off that level to make it an uptrend, right? So we'll see. DXY is, of course, looking very, very bearish, but it is the moment of truth for this golden bottom band. It's almost there. It's almost at this low, right? And the level 95.40 is going to be extremely critical. We'll see. Aussie is trying to break that black-green major resistance, that long-term resistance, and the blue resistance. 1, 2, 3. This is a breakout happening. It is happening. I believe it is happening. And of course, the blue top bands break is going to be super bullish, very, very bullish for Aussie dollar. And Kiwi, of course, had already broken out and back tested the red and green channels. And the obvious potential resistance here, or is this a resistance here, is the one to be taken out, is this golden one. And UCAT has to break this navy blue. And you can see that triple resistance zone is still holding. And that's why it is still looking very bearish. Now, let's have a look at coffee, which is now coming. It came down all the way to the blue broken support, resistance rail. So this is a very, very big down move, and it is backtesting this breakout zone. And I think it's time to buy coffee. And similarly, this golden resistance zone that was broken out is holding as support. This is really good. So, and wheat is now testing the blue top band, actually breaking. So all these agriculturals are somehow waking up now. And obviously the red top bands break would be very bullish for wheat. And wheat December is now at the green top band. This is what I've been showing after the bounce off the blue. The gap is filled and it is testing this resistance zone and it is testing the green top band. So if it touches that green properly, I mean, I can argue it has already touched it, very close. This zone is resistance, and if it starts to come down, I think wheat is going to sell off to 500 if it does that. Soybeans, right, is really pushing against this red downtrend. Is it breaking out the green and red? Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, very hard to be. I mean, because of all the chop on soybeans, I'm not really confident about this breakout. I mean, yes, it looks like a breakout, but the major one would be if it gets to the golden top band and smashes that one, because this is a bear flag, potential bear flag, but we will see if it can be broken to the upside, right? And let's have a look at the November contract. You can see the blue top band is still there, which is why it may still sell off big time. So that's why I think there is a danger for another big move by soybeans. Corn is looking much more bullish than the others because of the red downtrend that is broken, but it's still this green downtrend that needs breaking. On the December contract, also looking more bullish than it was last week because of the green channels break, but it's also getting closer to the golden top band. If it breaks the golden top band, yes, then corn is going to look much more bullish all of a sudden. And of course, we will have to watch this one here if it gets there. So, because this is the December contract, and obviously, I mean, the target will be that blue top band. The red one is broken, the green one is broken, very bullish. Now the golden top band may be broken to get to the blue. Cocoa is is it going to test that 7,000 or even break it to get to 6,700 or something like that? Very hard to say. Honestly, very hard to say. It is very choppy at the moment. It's still down, 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 but I would like to see where the next support is so that we can buy it. And I'm very, how to say, I would be very eager to buy the red and blue supports. So if it gets to the green and blue together and then reverses there to come all the way down here, that will be nice, right? On the December contract. So we'll see. If the green bottom band holds, we rally to somewhere around 7,850. If that green bottom band holds. Sugar, still bearish because of the green channels backtest, even though slightly damaged, it's still bear, 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 still sell, sell, sell. Similarly, that it is still very fakey stuff. So sugar is still bearish to me. And you can see that the purple one wasn't even tested properly. So cotton is off the golden support, but it still has to break what? The green top band, which is at 60, 67, 68. That would be bullish. Now, let's have a look at coins. Now, the green, right? The blue bear flag, that's a potential bear flag, caused a new high. That's a marginal high. Yeah, there was a marginal high above, above everything. So this is a perfect channel, the blue one. Really perfect. Yeah, 4 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom, right? This is really good. Is it going to be broken to the upside or down? So that is going to dictate what Bitcoin is going to do next. Ethereum, but it's still above that blue support. There's still hope for Ethereum, but if it breaks down, I mean, the green bottom band will be the next support. That will be the only savior. The green channel has to keep running. Otherwise, if it breaks down, it would look terrible for Ethereum. And Solana is coming down a little bit. It hasn't really backtested that green support. So that green broken resistance should turn into support. Aave, still nothing. That green resistance, still no breakout. And 1 second. ACH. Let me see. Right. ACH is still, as you can see, that golden support may be broken. There is no real push. And similarly on Cardano, still nothing. It didn't make a move on the red. Arrow is off the golden support, and that's why I think it's still targeting the previous highs. And then from there, I believe Arrow is going to come down really big time. Algo has to break the blue resistance there. Audio, nothing. And AVAX looking much better than the others because the purple top band is broken after breaking the red uptrend to the upside. So looks good. Looks really good. BERT is off the red support and the red bull flag. It has to break the red golden top band. And Binance, ooh, look at that. Binance is a champion. And you can see Binance is ready to smack things. Look at that. Binance is making new all-time highs. Something is up, and Binance is gonna really rock it. I mean, it is already doing like all-time highs by an altcoin like Binance. And this is really, really important because the golden top band together with the black, they are breaking out. You should buy Binance, honestly. This is now, if it breaks 970, right? I think it is doing anyway, right? The black resistance, as you can see, is now breaking. Anything above 990, 980, 990, I think is going to be like turning into a very clear bullish breakout. The break off the blue sideways channel was superb anyway, right? But it was a little bit, choppy and sloppy. And the gold, that's why I put the golden top band and the black resistance there, just to be a little bit more sure. But this is now looking very bullish indeed for Binance. Chile's nothing, right? There is no action to break that red resistance. So we got to wait, and maybe we will wait forever. It's not going to happen. We don't know. CKB, nothing as well. Coty, trying to break that blue resistance, which already has 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. So maybe Coty is going to break out, right? Without breaking this red support, it has to run at least. Dash still hasn't broken that red top band. Tried it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything above 26.20, you want to buy it. Anything, yeah, 26.20 Dash. And Doge has to break 31 cents. Polkadot looking okay, but it has to get to the blue top band and smash it. EOS, nothing to see. No breakout. FET, also nothing. There is no action. FTM, terrible because of that blue resistance still holding. And right, Gala, blue resistance, GRT, not much to say. It has to get to the blue top band and then break it. Hedera is on the golden. Maybe it wants to test the golden and then get to the blue top band and finally break it. We don't know that yet, but it's still like in a correction mode. IOTA has to break the green resistance, right? That would be nice. Jasmy, still nothing. Cass had broken the red and almost backtested it. The golden channel is the one to watch. Chainlink, still nothing. That red top band has to break at around 27, 28. That would be very bullish, obviously. Litecoin, nothing to say. Has to break 160. Mana had broken double resistance, but still there is no action to the black top band just yet. But I think it eventually will get there. MDT has to break the golden top band. Near, there is no action on near. Ondo has to break 116, 117. Still nothing. And PAL trying to bounce off the red plus black, but there is no action to suggest we're going to run. And we have this zone, this resistance, I think, that is quite important. It's actually parallel to that black one. So I'm going to put it right there. Look, something like this. So, right, it has to break that black top band. Pendle is on the blue support, off the blue support. It couldn't break the green resistance properly. So is it either breaking the blue support or that green resistance to get to 7, just under 7? And Pepe had backtested the golden broken support that is holding as resistance, as you can see. Now it has to, it would be nice for it to come down to the red and then blue and then start a big run. RSR is disappointing so far because I was hoping that by now we would have broken the green and red. We may still do that, but it's taking its time, and the black uptrend is still holding, but it's getting tired. Has to push really. Sandbox has to break that golden resistance, and Shiba has to break the black at 146. SKL has to break that golden major resistance. That is a really big one, and that's the line in the sand. Sui, nothing to say here. There is no push, and Tau also, like it has broken the black, but the consolidation, the correction is still on. Theta has to break the green, and Tia has to break the golden resistance, right? That golden one is broken, sorry. It has to get to the black top band at least to start forming that and then breaking out. TrueCoin, not much to say. There is not much to see, quite honestly. And TRX has to get to the red and green, otherwise it may break down that red bottom band. It is a perfect uptrend, and Uniswap is the worst looking of them all because the golden and blue, they're both broken, and the green channels breakout failed miserably. So it's not looking good for Uniswap. And Stella has to break the golden at least. And Monero, as you can see, we had the breakout. It's coming down for a backtest. It would be lovely. Around 290, you should buy Monero to target 500. And XRP, is, as long as it stays inside the red uptrend, it should get to the black top band at least. And Zcash has to break 58. All right, guys, take care. Keep in touch. Bye.